Hello and welcome to the live podcast of Ways to Better Living. And I'm deciding to do this for a few reasons because one, I wasn't too sure on which topic I should go on today, and all I can think of is to just do a live and do a recap of the last 3 episodes but I forced myself to still do something, but I ran into one problem which prevents me to keep doing that. So with that said, as you know, this is your host Coolio, and helping you to understand the ways that you can be able to better live your life in the manner that you don't have to look for others to do things for you or wait for the government to do something before you decide to take step. And also, I will mention this on this episode because it was something that I was going to mention anyways, but did not know when I was going to do it. So this time I will mention it as to how even you, the ones that do go out and vote, put in whoever you said for your leader, they always tell you voting is what gives you your voice. So which means, and with the democracy campaign that or slogan that when they start it says that the person you put in there is not the government, it's you, the people that vote in the person, to you, the government. So which means you have a say in the way you see things that should happen for the betterment of not just you but everyone else. So which means you can actually use that in your advantage in letting all the ones who want to make it seem like, legislature or Supreme Court don't want to pass this or pass that or whatever the case is. You, based on that slogan and the democracy campaign right that they said this is your right, you can force them to take that action because it is you that put them there. You are the government. It's not the one you put there that's the government. So they're just there to enforce, but they're not there to make and pass rules and order that the people do not agree to. So the last 3 episodes deal with, the first 2 deal with the job, and the last one was housing. And in that you notice, if you also notice the post on, because I noticed it too on YouTube, that it says part 1 of 2. I did not do that part. It was the speakers, they decide to add that to it, and I indeed insist that I'm not doing it like it was just that one part 1, the only one. So there's nothing coming up after that to continue in that conversation of housing or shelter topic. So as to the recap of that, look, I don't. This episode, I don't think I will let this post this or let it save, so that way I can have enough, save my time for more episodes to come that I will record and post on. So the times that I will be doing live will vary because if I serve me correctly, I did not give the date that I would do live. I said I will do it because I always go with what my heart led me to do, that's what I will do. So based on that, for job wise, we already see that they want to set up the system in place in the way they set it up. But the one thing that did always made me sad and do get mad about the system is even the ones that knows the system is broken and it's not helping, yet they're not taking the stand in fixing it. So when you go talk about it, they're like, oh, it's a system. Yes, the system is set up by humans. Who's the human being that set it up? You and I. So why can't you and I change it? If it's not working for you and I, then you change it. That's not, you don't need someone to come give you paper and pen to put it and says, oh, that's what you see it. That's what you know you need to do. Then do it. To do good, you do not need someone to come tell you to do good. If you say you're a good person, then you do good at all times. In the sense, when you see something is not right, you do what is right, because what is right is good. And as to job creation, like I mentioned the first two episodes, I would say the second and third episode, those ones, you also see that if someone's saying that this is what we want to, or make more jobs available so people can be able to afford things and in the way they live, they make a better living for them in the aspect of financial wise, then that's something, yes, the thought is good. So why not apply what goes with the thoughts? So I'm only saying this is that you cannot just think of something and start having meeting upon meeting and not going anywhere. You know what the solution is. You do not need to have meeting upon meeting. You get together, this is the solution, put it in motion. That's how it goes. But if you see anything that's going to be taken away, look at what's going on in the world. For example, I'm not deviating, but I'm just giving as an example with this whole COVID. Everything that comes in place about lockdown is always immediate. Anything that's taking away your freedom is immediate. But anything that's put in beneficial, they have to drag their feet. Why is that? People do not question what goes on anymore. They just sit there and accept everything. But then they complain each time. I also blame the people also in the sense that they rather complain than themselves taking action. I do not say go and take to the streets, because that's how the world teach you to do, and that's not what I'm telling you to do. If you say you advocate for better things to happen, then you know the way the system goes. You follow, you go within the system. Give them this step by step. And they know once you do that, they know that they're forced to do it, because that is set in their own system. Also, if something better comes along, they have to go with it. So you go and present it instead of taking it to the street and one crowd to follow you. You know what is good. What is good is not money. Money is not the motivation for you to do what is good. But this is what the world evolves around money. If I don't have money, or even if I know what is good, I'm not going to do what is good because I don't have money. That's the world thinking. And doing what is good is not the world thinking. It's you know what is good. You do what is good. Because when you do what is good, even if others do not like it, you know you do what's good, and you get that satisfaction inwardly, and you're happy, and that brings you peace, where people on the outside will see that. And that's what my intention, my goal, my responsibility is, to open this up for you, so you see that, so you can be able to take the action and better your life. By doing such, you'll be able to see how you will create a better system where you eliminate all this wrong full thoughts and ideas that have been placed in the system for others to just be down and never mount up. Life is not meant for that, for one person to constantly, I don't want to use this word, but I will use it because it's a word that you will understand more. Like one person screwing the masses just so they can get ahead and the rest stay behind and suffer. And if you look the system, that's what it is. Because they set the system up that the politician, they only need to be in politics for 2 years, and they said they can retire and make much more than you that work all your life. Why? Because they set things in motion. They're there to advocate for you. They're there to set things better for you. But that is not their responsibility, according to the very system that they themselves built, that they put these things in place, that they not the one who make decision, yet they just there to make sure that if they see what is good for the public, they apply that and let everyone benefit. And so for housing and job-wise, I already gave the description. So apply these things. You that here, you see, take this, present it to them, and see what happens. Because they know they will not be able to fight you on it. They want to start giving you questions of how you need, we got to apply this and do that and do that. But you do that and give it to them. Keep at it. Because by keeping at it, the change will happen. But if you just go and give it and relax, then it will not happen. Because they're not looking to make that change. Because by them not setting things for everyone to benefit, they keep making more, you keep making less. So my time is almost up, so I'll leave it to at this point. And the reason why I did this, like I said, I did not know. I just want to recap a little bit of, though I did not get into detail of what I discussed, I just want to bring it to this point where you understand exactly what it meant for you to be able to do things. So do that, and then you'll be able to have or create a better living, not just for you, but for your fellow man. And when you do this, guess what will happen? That class that the world put each other will disappear, because that class is what separates and what creating the problem for humans. But once you get rid of that, what happens? Problem solved. Because there will be no need for me to want to come take from you if I'm getting the same thing as you getting. So with that said, I will say thanks for listening and thanks for being here, and God bless and have a wonderful time. Until next time, this is your host saying sayonara. See you next time.